Hello, today I would like to show you something absolutely amazing that I recently discovered. This is a Dymo label printer, my trusty device. I'm using this for labeling my coaxial cables. It can print on a heat shrink tubbing, but of course you can do a regular label. I printing like patch panels, everything that need to be marked. This is my go-to. And you can hear in modern world horror stories about companies who like making printers, and the next year they are making them in a way so the ink from past year is not going to fit. You hear that horror stories, but in case of this Dymo label printer, which is like industrial grade equipment, something amazing happened. And recently I picked up this Dymo D1 label cassette, and let's take a look because it is pretty amazing, and I'm going to tell you in seconds why. Because you are going to see the date on the cartridge. So this is how it looks like. This is a vintage stuff, over 20 years old. Over 20 years old. You can see 99. I'm going to emphasize that once again. This is a 99. This device is over 22 years old. Over. You can see they've got a completely different set of labels from the time. The cassette looks totally different, like it's completely different color from what you are going to see nowadays. And if we compare those two tapes, you will be able to see they are looking pretty similar. As you can see, it's looking pretty similar. And the question that I'm asking today is, will I be able to print on the 22 years old tape? So let's take a look. We're grabbing our modern device. It fit nicely. It snapped into place. 9mm. We are going to power it on. 3.8. This is what we are going to select. We hit OK, and I've got something. Let's make this font bigger, and let's try to print it out. As you can see, we've got a mess on my desk, and that's because I was trying to print on all those 3 cartridges, and it was a fail. It was a fail. This is how the printout looks like. You can make out the words, but they are not transferring correctly. Looks like the tape that is holding not the ink but the compound that is being pressed by the heat to the tape that is actually adhering. What is the conclusion? The conclusion is that 22 years is too much for a consumable to be left on a shelf and reuse. But at the same time, if that would be like a 5 or maybe 10 years, I'm pretty sure it will be working just fine. So the longevity of the Dymo, the longevity that you can still put those old consumables to a relatively modern printer is pretty amazing to me. So that was just a small interesting thing. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you find it interesting. See you next time and bye bye.